Hey, let's talk about 3 things that you can do to make this year your best year yet. Hey guys, you're listening to the Intentional Mind Podcast. Just had to check you there. You're in the right spot. I'm Ange, your host, and forgive me for the sound quality because I'm currently traveling and I'm just trying to do my best to show up and be consistent. I feel a little bad because my last episode was supposed to get released. Usually they get released on Thursdays, and there was an issue with it. It didn't get released then. And I was like, what the heck happened? There was some technology thing happening. So know that it is really important for me to show up as a podcaster and be consistent no matter what. Although life gets in the way sometimes, I choose to be intentional but unattached. But I want to just say that I try to really practice what I preach. So if I have an identity that I'm working on being, I have a dream about, I want to be this kind of person, I'm going to be doing my best to show up as that kind of person. And that's what I want for you guys too. So recently I taught a vision board workshop, one of my courses, Clarify Your Vision, and I taught it live. And I'm doing it again for those who still have not gotten clarity around their vision for 2022. This is some really important stuff because in order for you to be intentional with your time, you have to have a vision. So if you struggle getting that vision, getting that clarity, you're not alone because that can be really hard. It seems really like a big thing to be like, what's your vision for your life? What are your goals? That feels like, stop, hold up. I got to really think about this, right? So I have a process I can walk you through, but I want to give you an opportunity to do this live. Why? Because you're more likely to do it and follow through when it's live. So if you can show up because this is the cheapest you're ever going to get this course. It's $45 if you do it on Zoom. It's January 22nd. That we're offering this. It starts at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then it ends at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in between, we're doing a yoga practice for an hour and 15 minutes at the studio. So this workshop is happening at Southern Bliss Yoga Studio in Sumter, South Carolina. But again, you can attend virtually via Zoom, so you can be anywhere. Why not take a day for yourself to get clear around what it is that you want for your life so you can be intentional, so you can start developing the habits? Okay, so virtually it's $45, and in person I think it's $55 or something. So anyways, if you're around and you can make it there, how cool would that be? But if you can come live, that's awesome too, because I want you to pick up on the energy of it happening live. Of course, you can purchase the course virtually and keep the recording that will get sent to you. But energy has a lot to do with you moving forward. That's why I wanted to give everyone an opportunity again to do it live if you haven't. Okay, that's the announcement. I just had to make it. So in the show notes, I will have a list of that information. Basically, if you go on Facebook, there's going to be an event. It's called Clarify Your Vision 2022, in person or virtual. Something like that. If you search it, you should be able to find it. If not, the link is going to be in the detail section of this episode if you want to attend, or just message me. Message me anywhere on social media, Instagram, Ange Barnard, Facebook, the Intentionalist Facebook group. Find us there. Email me, all the things, okay? All my information is listed somewhere. All right, so let's talk about 3 things that you can do to make this year your best year yet. All right? So the first thing that you can do is start to think about how you can give more time to your future, actually thinking about your future. So there's something that Joe Dispenza says. He says, remember your future. What? It hasn't happened yet. How am I going to remember it? Because what he suggests is that you spend so much time visualizing in your mind that person that you want to be that it's just like remembering it. You know what's interesting is that so many people talk about the past constantly. All the things that are happening in the past, worries, I should have done this differently, complaints, all the things. If you actually listen to people, They are often talking about the past or, what's happening right now. But that's everyday folks, normal people. But if you want to be among the extraordinary, people that you probably admire, they're probably talking about the future a lot, dreaming, things like that. So the first thing I want you to do is start to, in your mind, think about your future. Think about that. What do you want your life to look like? Dream it up. Talk about it. You want to act like the person that you want to be, right? Putting it out there, power of words in your conversation. Can you talk about that a little bit more, about what you dream, what you desire? Yes, you can. Okay. So, start doing that. And then the other thing is as you're talking about it and all that, you're brainstorming, thinking, you need to get clear on your future. So what do you need to do? Obviously, you can take the Clarify Your Vision course. That's going to help you. But another thing that's going to just straight up help you on your own is if you write down what it is that you want your life to be like. So think about different major areas of your life. Journal on this and ask yourself this question. What do you want exactly? Use the word exactly. That helps. So an example is, let's look at your relationships. What do you want exactly for your relationships? What kind of relationships? What do you want to do with someone? Think about, if you were looking for someone to date, right? I would hope that you would get clear on the kind of person you're looking for. What do you want him to be like, or her, right? What do you want them to be like? What do you want them to value? What do you want them to be interested in? What do you want them to look like? Right? That kind of stuff you want to get clear on. So the same thing goes for your health. What do you want to look like? What is it that you want to do or be able to do with your health? How do you want to feel in your body? What do you want to wear exactly? Right? Throw that in there. So think about those major areas. Work. What kind of impact do you want to make? What kind of people do you want to work with? What kind of environment do you want to be in? What kind of stuff do you want to do? Exactly, right? And then another major area, personal growth. How do you want to grow? What is it that you want to learn exactly? Okay, so start to journal on those major areas. What do you want your finances to look like? What do you want your home to be like exactly? What kind of food do you want to eat exactly? We can throw that in there too under health, right? Okay, what kind of things do you want to do for fun? All right, I could go on forever, but really you got to take some time. That's what I'm trying to say. Sit there and think about your future. Get clear on what it is that you want. I want you to... okay, so let me back this up. So let's think about when you start to get clear about what it is you want, you visualize it, right? You start to dream about it. You start to produce these feelings of you having it. Well, that's the goal. Don't just think about the results of it. Think about seeing yourself being that kind of person who is having that. So instead of just seeing the house that I want, actually see yourself in that house, having that house, enjoying it, having people over. Start to visualize it as if it already is. It says this even in the Bible, act as if. So believe as if you've received it. So that's what you're doing. What are you doing here energetically? You are generating the kind of energy that is a match for the things that you desire. This is why vision is so important, right? I don't think, I just don't think that you can bring stuff into your life if you are not an energetic match for it, because it's not how the world works. If you think energetically, scientifically, and I also believe biblically, that's just my personal belief. Some people will be like, no, you woo-woo, you ain't biblical. I don't know. People like to hate. I don't know what it is, but you know what? You can keep your hate to yourself. Anywho, I'm feeling a little feisty today because I'm so tired, but I was like, no, I got to show up for my people. So here I am. So love me, please. Okay. If you were the person that you wanted to be, right? If you were that person that had that thing that you wanted, how would you be? That's what I'm trying to say. How would you be? So an example would be, let's say, this is how we set goals and clarify your vision, right? This is why this stuff is so good, because this is about how it aligns with your brain. It's all about identity stuff. It's all subconscious. 95% of the results we create are what? Our subconscious. A lot of us show up setting our goals when we're like consciously with our conscious mind. Only 5% we're like, I want this, I want that, right? Where the subconscious is like, you ain't that, we don't have that identity, so I'm going to sabotage everything for you. You say you want to be healthy, but you don't identify as a healthy person. So guess what? You're not going to be healthy for long because the subconscious isn't on board. So how do we get them on board? We create identity-based goals. That's why I teach this stuff. I always think about how your mind works, okay? Because I'm a nerd like that. So going back to what I was saying before, if you were that person who had the thing that you wanted, how would you be? So I'm talking about when you talk to your friends. If you were that person, how would you act? How would you be in the morning? How would you be at night? What about when you woke up? How would you show up then? At work, when you're talking to your clients or other people that you work with? That kind of stuff. So let me give you an example. Let's say that one of my goals is to have, let's say, what's a good example here? I'm going to go back to health because it's so easy. And so many of us are working on that right now. I'm working on my health, guys. Okay, I won't go on that rant because I'm going to tell you about it. I'm so excited. Okay, back up, Ange, back up. All right, so health example. Let's say that you say that you want to have abs. Like you want to, I mean, we all have abs, but you want to see your abs. You want to be toned, right? Okay, cool. That's what I want, by the way. That's one of my goals. So you know what I did was I joined this personal training kind of motivational program. So excited. Absolutely love it. Before that, though, I started going through using some stuff that I'm using to do some health coaching stuff on the side from a program my mother-in-law used and yada, yada. So then I developed these habits and now I'm in another personal training program. Why? Why, guys? Because your girl wants to be able to see her abs. That's why. Okay. So then what I did was if I thought like, if I was a person where you could see my abs, like I'm toned over here, how would I be? How would I be? How would I show up in the morning? I'm probably disciplined, so I'm probably getting up, working on my body. I'm probably eating super clean because like they say, the abs are made in the kitchen, right? I probably surround myself with other people that are working out or like prioritize their health. I probably plan to work out. I probably plan my food out, right? That's how I be. That's how I show up. So that's what I want people to be thinking about because too many of us are out there setting our vision, creating our vision boards, setting our goals and all that. And we're just doing it with a conscious mind. We're like, yeah, I really want this. But we don't think about who we need to be. Okay? You ain't going to have the things that you want unless you show up as the person you want to be. You start showing up like that person. Like I always tell people, that want to, let's say, be healthy, I'd say, hey, you don't have the results of a healthy person because you don't act like a healthy person. You don't think like one, you don't have the identity of one. And sometimes people just have to keep it real with us and say that. Like someone used to say to me, hey, Ange, you don't have abs that you can see really good yet, keyword yet, because you don't act like a person where you can see their abs, that kind of person. You don't act like them. Let's be real. You ain't eating super, super clean. You ain't working on your abs like they do, right? You ain't drinking all the water, like that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, I've been doing that stuff and I feel so good. This is why I'm up right now. I need to go to bed. I got to work in the morning. And here I am with all this energy because I've been working on being that person. So have that example for you. Okay, I don't remember what tip we're on. Are we on number 3? Where are we at? Oh, basically this tip is a mantra for you. So the mantra is this. I love this. You need to adopt this. I'm grateful for where I am and I'm excited about where I'm going. Don't be showing up all like, I wish I would have done this different, like hating on yourself and stuff. Like you gotta, sometimes life is really freaking hard. Let's be real. It doesn't help for you to show up hating on you. You gotta be cheering for you. I remember one time someone asked me why I always like my own Facebook posts and pictures. And I do. And they're like, why do you always like your own stuff? And I'm like, because How can I expect someone else to like and value my content or my stuff if I don't like my stuff, right? You got to like yourself first. You got to love yourself first. Cheer yourself on first. You owe that to yourself, right? Okay, so that's what I'm saying is show up with a grateful heart, with a grateful energy, like you're grateful for all the things that you have right now. You can be grateful and want more. You can be grateful and excited for what's to come. But energetically, if you're sitting here hating on yourself, wishing you would have done things different, thinking about the past like we talked about earlier, that's not going to help you get into like the future, like that energy. Not to say that you shouldn't be evaluating the past. In fact, we do that in the Clarify Your Vision course. You want to learn from the past. But if you're up here, like thinking about the past, like constantly like replaying that in your mind and thinking what you should have done differently, blah, 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 all you're doing is recreating the past. That's what most people are doing. They're thinking about that, and that's what they're repeating over and over and over. When you think about the future, where your focus goes, energy flows. Doors start to open for you. Guys, I'm telling you, even just recently, I finished my vision board, right? And stuff, like everything is happening so fast. Like some of the things I have on there, I'm like, whoa, like back up. Like I wasn't ready for all this quick. But it's like there's so much power like in having a vision, and like you start to believe it, like you start to like vision it, see yourself doing that, and you just produce these feelings, and it's like this stuff just starts coming to you, opportunities. It's nuts. I have so much to tell y'all. Like we're selling our tiny house, super hard decision. One of my new identities is to be an owner of a lake house, a beautiful lake house. That's in my vision. Like being closer to family, and just things have been shifting, but so far, like the ball is rolling so quick on so much stuff. Hubs is getting a new job. I mean, like all this stuff is happening so fast. Life can change so fast if you first start with a vision. Side note, I was talking about this on my Facebook group, The Intentionalists. Get on there if you're not on there. Come hang out with us. I've been going live every Wednesday. And anyways, I was talking about this kind of stuff here. But basically, I was listening to Joel Osteen recently, and I was just like, I got the chills and everything, because Ed Milet, so from the Ed Milet show, interviewed him, and said, Joel Osteen, if you're not familiar, famous pastor of Lakewood Church, is that what it is? Can't remember. Anyways, very, very well known. Anyways, so he asked him, this guy's been preaching to millions, like millions and millions and millions, okay? Huge influence. And he was like, so Ed Milet was like, hey, like, to those that may be struggling right now, or I forget how he worded it, too tired to explain this in the right way. He basically said, what is your advice to them? Number one advice, number one tip. And he was like, create a vision. Get a vision. And I was like, that's my boy. Yes, And I wonder what it'd be like if I did say that to him in real life. I don't know. I'm like so giddy right now. Can't handle it. I'm like, healthy eating though just gets your energy up, man. All right. What else is happening? All right, you got your tips. Spend time experiencing in your body what it would be like to have that now. Like feel it in your body. Like that's when you know how Joe Dispenza is saying like, remember your future. That's the kind of stuff he's talking about. Having it in your body, like experiencing what it feels like to be that person. Latest research on visioning shows that it's more powerful for you to visualize yourself being that person. Not just the thing, not just winning the trophy, but actually doing the work that wins the trophy. Feeling it in your body, what it would feel like too, to walk across the stage and see people like cheering you on. That kind of stuff. Experiencing it as it is. Like as if it was, is what I'm trying to say. Becoming an energetic match for it. Joe Dispenza in his work has been able to help so many people come back from like stage 4 cancer or stuff where it's like terminal illness. Like people have said, you're done. Like you don't have much time left here on earth. And they're like, he's been able to help them fully heal from things through his work. And he says, what? Remember your future. Basically, again, basically your energy is so powerful. You visualizing, having a vision, it's so powerful. So you gotta create a vision. If you don't end up doing the live version with me, then sign up for the online version that comes out in the future once I get all my stuff together. I need to get home, guys. I've been gone so much. Like, there's so many good podcast episodes for you coming up. You don't even know. Like, I have like probably 11 episodes of previous people who have taken my courses. Shout out to all of you. You know I love you so much. Here, like, that I interviewed, and oh my God, I can't wait for you to hear them because you're going to love them. These are your people. If you're listening right now, these are your people. You're going to be excited to listen to them. We got some awesome other podcast guests scheduled. Some books that they've written that we would resonate with, like all of us. We would like their books because I'm pretty picky about who I let on the podcast. So anyways, there's a lot of good stuff coming up. We have the Commit to Your Vision course is launching this year. That's my signature course. Stay looking out for that one. That's basically next level stuff. Like, that's about habits, planning your day, all the jazz. And then one more thing. Okay, sidetrack. I'm so sidetracked today. I got a gigantic water bottle, guys. Okay, so it's a gallon. It's huge. It's obnoxious. People make fun of me about it, me carrying it around. I don't care because you know what? I know who I want to be. The kind of person I want to be. And I'm willing to do stuff that most people are not willing to do. Why? Because I want to have a life that most people don't have. Mic drop. Anyways, I got my big, gigantic water bottle, and I love it. So it's 1 gallon. And it's so easy, actually, to drink the 1 gallon. I thought it would be insane, but, like, I can easily, because it's a big straw in it, it's really cool. I'll show you guys it when I go on my Facebook Live on the Intentionalist group. I'll be showing you my water bottle. I'll show you my new planner. I think I just did. I'll show you some other stuff that's some of my favorites. So you need to get over there. All right. Get that vision. Get that board so you have that visual reminder so you can use it to make decisions. Hope you have an awesome day. And leave a review if you haven't. Come on now. We need our 5-star reviews. So many of you have showed up and have done that because you love the show. So if you love the show, leave one. If you don't. I'm just kidding. You can be honest and real, right? Be true to yourself. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.